Hello my friends and welcome back to Kev's Hobby Showcase. I'm of course Kevin. You may have also seen me on Tabletop Jones Productions where John and I are the two idiots playing board games. And today I'm going to be continuing painting my Black Remnant force for the game Battletech. Yes, so last time I did I did a Lance of Battle Mechs. It was basically 2 and 2 for the types. It's going to be a little bit of the same, but this time it's going to be vehicles. Yes. And with what you're about to see is the reason why I put labels on things. Okay, so now I got two of these, and it is, and I'm looking at the bottom here, the Bulldog, the Bulldog tank. Yeah, and that's why I put labels on things, because I'm looking at this, I don't know what the hell it is. All right, so anyway, yes, he's and then of course we got, and I'm going to be doing the same thing. If I see if I'm pronouncing it right, the Hertzer. I believe it's wheeled salt tank, I think is what they call it. Yeah, so it's got wheels. It's not a track on this one or a hover tank, because in Battletech they do have a fair amount of hover tanks and track tanks and sometimes wheels. Anyway, of course the next step is to prime these pieces. I will be doing it off camera because it is very windy outside. We've been getting, actually, it was even worse yesterday. We had really, really high gusty winds. Matter of fact, because yesterday was Halloween and I had no trick-or-treaters come to the door, but I did get to hear one of my garbage cans roll around my property a lot. I actually opened up the door to look at it. I couldn't see it. I was like, you know what, screw it. I'm not going outside in this wind to go search for this thing. Luckily, it didn't go to any of my neighbors. It just went up my driveway. As I found it this morning, when I went to go do my errands. So yeah, it's yeah. So anyway, so I'm gonna do it off camera. I'm gonna do it basically like I've said before, just like open up the back door, and then when I come back, I'm gonna start on the base coat. I think I said before with with this mercenary company, it seems to be brand new because on the site I go to, Camo Specs, it does not have them there. So I went by what I saw on the Alpha Strike cards. I believe I described that last time, and it does seem to be like a solid gray color, lightish gray. So the one I found for that I have is called neutral gray. That's what I'll be using that for the base coat. I'll be taking out the gunmetal for what would look like a either a cockpit. Well, it's not going to be a cockpit window, but it's going to be the weapons number one, and then it's going to be whatever window or at least anything that looks like a window where whoever driving the tank would be. And I'm not sure if I'm going to use gunmetal on the track and on the wheels. I might just switch off to black, but I am going to use black for the base, like I always do. And then so then we're just going to go from there. All right. So anyway, I know I rambled on a bit. Let me get started on the priming. I will be right back. Stay tuned. Okay, I'm back, and everything's primed, and the primer is now dry, so we're going to get to it. All right, to the base coat. Yes. Okay, let's put this down. So, as far as the base coat goes, I don't know if it could be considered an advantage, but these pieces are kind of on the small side, or smaller side, I should say, so should not really be all that long. Now, as you can see, I used the black primer. I pretty much have noticed that sometimes with certain pieces, it is better to go with black primer, and just because then with the black, like kind of like an undertone, it just shows up better and it just looks better. But I do have gray primer ready to go for when it's needed. Okay, oops. Yeah. And even though I go over this with like that wash that I've always mentioned, I think it kind of the black primer kind of does help to kind of bring out all those little lines, little nooks and crannies that I like to call them. Okay. Now, all of this. I mean, I put together a Davion for us. I'm putting together this. I'm actually looking into doing a Northwind Highlanders kind of sort of force. I mean, I don't need to do as many battle mechs because when I got the, I think it was when I got the Clan Invasion. Was it the Clan Invasion? I believe it was the Clan Invasion. I don't know. I don't remember if it was that or when it was the Alpha Strike starter set. Well, one of the two. I forget which one. It was probably, you know, now that I think about it, I think it was Clan Invasion. Did have two full lances, and they had the Mech Warrior cards to equip him as the Northwind Highlanders, which is a mercenary company. Oh no, getting this done really fast. All right. So yeah, that's the next one I'm looking to do. I do have you know, through birthday gifts of Amazon cards, I was able to get a Lance pack, which thankfully is very different from what I just mentioned for Northwind Highlanders, and you know, and it's basically, you know, different mechs. I think one is the same, but it's all different Mech Warrior cards, and so yeah, so I just got to get what I need in vehicles and infantry, and I'll be ready to go on that. And that went a lot faster than I thought it would. But I do need to wait for all that to dry, so just give me a second. Okay, well, that went a lot quicker than I thought it would. But like I said, these are, I mean, it's not like the battle mechs are a lot bigger and a lot more, you know, they got a lot more, I guess, parts to them. But, you know, the vehicles are pretty, you know, smaller and simple. Even the bigger vehicles still, you know, probably would have gone just as quick. So anyway, so I'm gonna let that base coat dry, and then when I come back, I'm going to start with the little bit of details, the few that, you know, that I can do, and also touch up the base, get it ready for labels, which I'm going to do those. I'm going to do all of them off camera because the way that they, you know, I bought, you know, replaceable cartridges for my label maker, and the way they did it, it's the strip on the back doesn't come off as easy. So rather than struggle with that on camera, I'll just do that off camera. And seeing me struggle may give you some entertainment, but I don't want to give that kind of entertainment. All right. So anyway, so like I said, I'm gonna let this dry. We'll be right back. All right. Stay tuned. Okay, I'm back, and that base coat is now dry, and I'm gonna get started on the details. So let's get to it. All right. Let's put this down. All right. Just this a little bit more. Okay. Okay. I'm going to start with gunmetal. Okay. And here we go. So let's get that. Alright, so yep, got the big gun in the middle. Got what looks like missile launchers on the side. And probably here is where they would see. Now I'm going to use the gunmetal on the tracks here. Okay. A little bit too much. Yeah. Don't want to start painting with it looking like a giant bubble. It just never goes on right when it looks like that. Okay. So yeah, before I was talking about what's coming next for what I do for Battletech, and yeah, Northwind Highlanders looks like the next force. It's going to be more like reinforcement, but technically it's building a force because I currently just have 2 lances of battle mechs, no vehicles, no infantry, so that will be the bulk, I guess, of what's going to go on for that. And as far as the vehicles go, the tanks and all that, it's basically what winds up happening is I pretty much just take a look on Amazon and I look to see what's available and, you know, the ultimate cost, and then I make my decision. It's no, I mean, I generally don't really know what's in the packs before I get them. I mean, they have a specific name for it as far as like what they consider to be the type of vehicle, you know, the type of vehicles that are in it. Like this one said, I believe it said rifle and command units. So I just, you know, I figure at some point I'm going to wind up getting, it's like if I keep going the way I'm going, I'm probably going to wind up getting vehicle packs for, you know, like, you know, like each, you know, force that I'm building is going to wind up getting one of each vehicle pack event at some point. I mean, not all at once, of course, because I don't have that kind of money. But, you know, the more I go like down the line, it's, you know, bound to happen. Especially as John and I get more and more into the game, into the, you know, building skirmishes and whatnot. I mean, neither one of us, at least as far as I know, are going to be basically laying claim to any particular mercenary company or faction. I don't really see us doing that. It could happen. I mean, it could very well happen. I mean, that's would kind of bring us back to our War Machine and Hordes days, because we each had our own particular armies in that. But for right now, I don't really see it happening. But like I said, I could be wrong. Alright, so that's this, and then we're just going to touch up the base on each of these. And I don't think I grabbed a decent brush for that. Yeah, that's better. I know you're hearing all my brushes being kind of accidentally knocked about over here. I am trying to not make a mess. Okay, there we go. All right. So like I said, you know, when I am done with this, I'm going to do the labels off camera. I guess you could say my label maker is technically kind of old. It's just that it works very well, and I'm still able to find the ribbon cartridges for it. So I see no reason to replace it. You know, no reason to spend money I don't want to spend. I do try to be responsible with my money. I'm sure some people, especially from my past, would beg to differ on that. I just put my arm in the paint. Yeah, well, anyway, I'm sure people I've known in the past would beg to differ on that. You know, especially certain people, but I won't get into detail on that. But that is what I try to do. That's why I always say adulting is hard. Okay. Well, as I said, the details wouldn't take long, and they didn't. But I got to let that dry before I go further. So, excuse me. So, like I said, when I come back, the labels will be on, and I'll do the basing, and then the wash, and then it's all finished. All right. So, stay tuned, and I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. The paint is dry, and the labels are on. So now it's time to do the base. All right. So, let's put this on. Let's get to it. Okay. So, yeah, the basing on these vehicles is a bit different than when I do the Battletech. It's like a little dabs here and there. Oops. Unfortunately, now I'm getting the glue on my fingers. Alright. I gotta wipe that off. Unfortunately, I got nothing but my freaking pants to do that with. Alright, let's get this in there. Alright, well, this clumped up a lot actually. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry, it's off camera. Just realized that, so sorry about that. Alright. Alright, so just got to be careful with the amount of the glue that I put on, because I did put on just a bit too much there. Okay, alright. Sorry, I got quiet. So I'm trying to concentrate on the task at hand and not make this look like it just a big colossal mess. Alright, that one came out better, except there's a bunch clumped on the bottom. Alright. Alright, here we go. This one's going to be, it's a little bit more room on this one, so this one's going to be a bit different. Alright. Alright, so anyway, as I was saying, that the, like I said, the Northwind Highlanders are going to be next. And as far as painting miniatures go, I mean, I know for the longest time I was doing a lot of the Marvel characters from Marvel Crisis Protocol. Well, as of right now, pretty much all the ones that I have are done. You know, I haven't been able to get any more. There are more to get. Actually, I'm eyeing two, which is basically just a single character. One of them is Apocalypse, and the other one is Mephisto. And I'm looking eventually to get both of them. I mean, obviously, each one will be its own video. I'm not gonna combine them. But yeah, I mean, haven't really had too many more of those to do, and trying to figure out if it's, you know, until, you know, maybe I should hold off until John and I are fully into the Tabletop Jones Productions videos again, which hopefully will be in the next couple of weeks. All right, that's it for that. I'm going to take another napkin. Just bear with me. Oops. Keep doing that. All right. Put these away, and next is the wash. Let's just get right into it. Yeah. I try not to go too heavy with the wash, but, you know, like kind of like just heavy enough. Yeah, get all these nooks and crannies here. So, anyways, I was saying as far as like with the minis, I mean, it's like, I don't know, it's like getting the Battletech ones is easier to get because you have more to work with, and they do cost less than Marvel Crisis Protocol, to be honest. And I'm very glad that this is a game that I like, and it's a little bit more affordable, not by much, but it is a bit more, and I do enjoy that. All right. Okay. So, we are done. Here they are. Lance of nice tanks, Bulldog and Hetzer, ready to deploy. Probably against House Davion, since that's the only other large force I got. Anyway, that's all I got for today. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share this video as much as possible. I'm up to 47 subscribers. I would like to make it to 50 before I set my next goal. Please go to Tabletop Jones Productions and do the same over there, because we will be eventually posting new videos. We do have some newish videos out there that we've been posting. We've been getting like old footage out, so but we're going to be working on new footage soon. So please, you know, go there. And we're up to 30 subscribers on that channel. And if we make it to 50, which is our next goal, we get to do live stream, live stream games. We're not sure how that's going to work out. We want to learn how to do it. But the only way that YouTube will let us do it is if we have at least 50 subscribers. So, so please do the same there. Thank you very much for watching. You have a great day, and I will see you again.